Okay, today's going to be kind of fun. We're going to do a bouncing ball animation in one direction. So our first thing we're going to do is we're going to do 2 forward slashes and type our name on line 1. Skip 2 lines. I'm going to do a cyan background. Zero, 5, 5, 5, 5. Cyan. Okay, line 5, we're going to go variable is going to be x equals, we're going to put it at 0. So my idea here is that I'm going to get I'm going to start with a circle pinned right here. And remember that's going to be 0 on the x and 200 on the y. And then it's going to travel across here and it's going to bounce off this wall. Okay, we're going to get it to stop at that point when it is 400, and we're going to get it to turn around in the opposite direction. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is declare this variable. Okay, this is going to be the x starting point. Okay, now, we haven't done this before, but we're going to declare a variable for the x speed. So we're going to go variable, and then we're going to go x speed in camel case equals 1. So this, this is going to be the x speed. Okay, next one, draw equals, remember this is going to be dynamic code. Okay, and we're going to start off and we're going to go and we're going to do white. Okay. Right. We're going to go ellipse. Oops. Okay. We're going to put an x, the x direction. We're going to pin the y at 200 and make this one a little bit smaller because it's actually kind of cute to have a small bouncing ball in this. So we're going to go 50, 50. That's just, just mixing it up. So we're going to do small bouncing ball. Okay, the next line is going to be my animation line, the thing that actually makes it function. And that's going to be x equals x plus 1. So we have done this before, okay? So this is our first section. And this is going to be animation, x direction. So if I restart that, you can see it's starting at the left-hand side and it's wiping across to the right. All right, now instead of writing 1 there, what I'm going to do to achieve this bounce is I'm going to use this thing up here, the x speed, okay, and this equals 1, and I'm going to plug that in here. So I'm going to type x speed. Speed. Okay. I like things really lined up, so I'm going to adjust this when that happens. So when I type x speed there, it's going to take 1 and plug it in. So now I can hit restart, and you see I get the exact same thing because x speed equals 1. Okay. So that's kind of exciting, but it doesn't bounce. So what we need to do to make it bounce, though, is we need to set up an if condition. Okay, so we need to say that if it hits 400, we need it to turn around, okay? So we need to go if x becomes greater than 400, greater than 100. So like right here, it's like 399, and then it hits 400, and then it would be 401 would be the next one, but that would be off the screen. So if it gets to the point where it's greater than 400, if x becomes greater than 400, we want speed to change. We want the speed to actually become negative. So we're going to go x speed equals negative 1. Okay. X speed reverses. Okay, so if I restart this, I'm going to get rid of all my drawing there. I'm going to restart it. So you can see we're traveling, and once we hit this point, once it goes 401, it should doink, and it goes backwards. How exciting. That's kind of fun. Okay, now it just travels off the end of the page there, okay, which is fine, okay. We kind of want it, though, at this point, to stop here. We want it to stop on this side at x equals 0. Okay, so we have 400 on this side and 0. So once it becomes less than 0 and like goes into like -1, we want it to turn around and go the opposite direction. So that is going to involve creating another if statement. So we're going to say if x tries to go less than 0, we want the x speed to reverse again. So we want to go x speed equals 1, instead of 1. Turn it around to go the opposite direction. X speed. We want it to reverse again. I'm going to get rid of my drawing here. I'm going to restart this, and you see it going from the left. It's going to go all the way up until it hits 400 over here. It's going to boink. It's going to reverse. Travel all the way until it goes to 0, and then doink, and then it's going to go back and forth. It will keep traveling forever. Now, if I want to get rid of the background, if I want to I want it to maybe stop tracing, you can take this section of background, the cyan background, I'm going to cut it, okay, and I'm going to paste it down here on line 11 instead. And adjust everything, readjust everything here. All right, so I'm going to restart it. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry. You actually have to do the background the first thing, because what happens is you wind up drawing it over your, the order does matter. I wound up drawing it over my ellipse. Remember, it's like layers, so you have to put the background first. So now background had to be on line 7. This laying down a piece of paper and then lying down the circle. That's good to know. Okay, so now it will just keep bouncing back and forth forever. And if you wanted to speed it up a little bit, just for fun, you can change this to a 2. And then change this to a 2 and change this to a 2. And we can restart it and it will go a little faster. That's kind of fun. Okay. Thank you so much.